Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing episode 2 of Road to GrandMaster. As you may have noticed, since the last episode we have ranked up quite a bit. We have actually managed to get from 2752 all the way back up into the 2800s. So I'm pretty happy with that. However, I'm going to be showing you another 3 matches in this video. We're actually going to switch it up. We're going to use Zarya, unlike how we used kind of Lucio in the last episode. I'm going to do all these videos, all these gameplays at least, should I say, of Zarya. This first match is on Nepal. I don't know how you say it still. We had a decent 2-2-2 setup. I was quite happy with this. The first round, here we go, going pretty well. I mean, it had been a while since I played Zarya when I was recording this initially, and I'm also sorry if I stutter a lot in this. I am recording this all in one take. We do, however, lose the first point pretty quickly. For some reason, they kind of like hovered around the point and didn't take it for a while, which I just found really odd. But anyway, that's what they chose to do. Eventually, we did cap it back, as you saw there, and from that point onwards, it was an absolute walkover. I mean, they were just like it was spawn trapping. I don't know what other word to use. We just completely and utterly destroyed them and spawn trapped them. This was kind of the last push they had of the entire match. What you're seeing on screen now, we cleared them out pretty comfortably, pretty easily. Really wasn't that hard to get rid of them out the point, and then we just abused them in spawn, as you're seeing on screen now. That was it was just like, we didn't literally stand in front of a door, but we spawn trapped them so hard. And you know, I just popped my ult right at the end just to hold them off, and that was round 1 over. A really strong round, probably one of the strongest rounds I had in this entire video. Round 2 here, however, we did manage to get the initial cap straight away. You know, we got off once again to a pretty solid start. This corridor was just a mess, but somehow I kind of came out of it alive and came out of it better than their team. Ultimately, it was just me alive here, so I backed off as they captured the point. Did a really poor ult play here. I should not have made the ult at all. It was just the wrong thing to. There was nobody else alive. I just didn't realise it. As you can see here, once again, another poor ultimate. They've still got the point. Yeah, I mean, the team just annihilated me there, and we lost a round. We just could not push them. They just dominated the point. There was nothing we could do at all to get them out of it. So that was a 1-1, evening it out a bit. Here we are on the next round. They capped the point. Obviously not a good sign. We managed to get the first point for the first 2 rounds. However, we do cap back here quite easily and quite nicely. It was basically just Roadhog. We used an ult just before, which I didn't remember to show on video. If you look in the top right corner of your screen now, you will see my entire team die on my way back to the point, though, after that push. And they capped themselves the point back. And we really struggled to take it back. But eventually we do get it back here. They're already in the high percentages, though. As soon as they cap that point back, they've won the game. So this was a pretty intense round. I struggled a lot with it, but ultimately we held the point. We held the point pretty well for a while here. I did another bad ult. I mean, my ults in this video were quite bad. Ultimately ended up, I've said ultimately so many times as well, but it ended up quite well for us there. You know, we kind of made the push, even though it was a bad ult. I still managed to help. But here, they capture the point back, and we just get annihilated. I do manage to get back into the point in overtime. I'm pretty sure here. Yep, I get back into the point, but there was no way I was going to be able to contest it on my own, and they do end up getting the win for this round. So they've come back already from 1-0 down to be 2-1 up, so I was praying here that we would get that map we spawn trapped them on at the start. That was like literally all I wanted, just so we could try and make a bit of a comeback, and we do get that map, and we do pretty solid. They held the point for a while. We capped back quite nicely, and from that cap back, you know, they did get it back. But this whole round was just like swapping to and fro. I'm pretty sure it's the right saying. You know, we just kept swapping and swapping and swapping. You see me here trying to run away from the soldier ult. Did not work. However, we do eventually in overtime, while they are sat there on 99%. Cap the point back thanks to some great plays by my teammates. I do die, but just a nice little mercy play. She saved our defense's lives, and that was it. You know, objective secured, round finished 2-2. Going into this final round of what was, this game was like 26 minutes in total. It was such a long game, but we really didn't do great on this map last time. And you know, we did okay this time round. It was a lot closer. Here, as you can see, I was pretty high charge. We were wreaking havoc right at the start. Capped the point. Got a 5-player kill streak instantly. Really wasn't too hard. This D.Va, I don't know why she solo contested after we'd capped. But, however, we did, like, how I said last round, it swapped so much. We captured the point, they captured the point, we captured the point. It was the same this round. Didn't end too well for us. Obviously, we got the loss there. Went down to 2799, just below the 2,800s. However, we are here once again on control point Elios. Now, initially, this guy didn't go Lucio. We had no Lucio. But eventually, our team managed to get a 2-2-2 together. We capped early on, and we just dominated. We absolutely dominated. A beautiful ult from me, if I do say so myself. Roadhog picking up an absolute ton of kills. Winston just absolutely runs away. He has no idea what to do, and that was a nice easy round. However, they did cap back right near the end, but they got like barely any percent. Didn't even get into double digit. Nice, easy, simple round for us. That was probably the easiest round winning wise of this match. Moving into the next round, I mean, I just went straight for the Zarya. As soon as I see another Zarya, I don't know what it is, but I always go for my counterpart straight away. Just because I know how bad Zaryas are when they get charged up. And once again, we absolutely abused the enemy team. This Roadhog, yeah, the golden gun, so clearly he mained Roadhog. And he was excellent playing with me. He got a massive feed here once again with the Genji as well. The Genji and the Roadhog went off there. And we just managed to hold the point. Another easy round. They didn't even get a percent. So screw what I said earlier about the round before being an easy round. I didn't realise they got 0% on this. But it was, you know, back to our spawn trapping ways. I was quite happy about that. You know, I'm sorry if you hear any clicking in the background as well. But round 3 here, I had an absolutely awful round here. I can't even say anything. It just went so bad. This was the best round they did. They did really well. They capped, but we did ultimately, of course, cap back. And this Reaper, for some reason, at the end of the match, ulted outside the point. If it would have been in the point, it might have stood a chance. I, you know, jumped in the well just for the bants, really. And that was our first win, guys, of the entire series. That is the first win we have. Here you are about to see that clip. I think I showed you earlier, I think this was. Yep, but this is from the Genji. A golden Genji as well. We had a lot of good players on this team that kind of... This is the first solo queue game, really, I've played where, like, the teammates were better than me. Normally, I have to carry. But we went all the way up to 2-8-2-4 here. Obviously, my season high is 2-8-8-4. But, you know, this game was stupid, right? Dorado leaves after 2 minutes. The exact same lobby, minus the one guy who's just got banned, and the enemy team had some really sick diamond players, which I would have had if that guy wouldn't have left the game. But regardless, this was such an intense match, but you will see that later on. They captured the first point with ease. I mean, we held it for a little while, but here's me just trying to contest it on my own, doing whatever I can. I was going to use my ult, but I realised there was no point. They were capping that point regardless. Managed to get away. Here you see me trying an ult, it failed again. My ults this game was so bad. And this Genji, oh my god, this Genji. This Genji was an absolute god at the game. He was ridiculous. Second checkpoint again, third checkpoint, round over. Absolutely steamrolled. And this Genji carried them. Absolutely, I couldn't, even though I was his counter, I couldn't kill him. It was mad. It was just mad. That Genji was insane. He absolutely carried them. Here we're on offense. I forgot to mention we had basically a 2-2-2 for most of this game. However, we did swap to the awful. Well, it's not awful. The triple tank, 2 offense and 1 support, which as I've mentioned before, I don't like personally. But at least it was a Lucio. As you can see here, we are breaking quite nicely. I'm so charged. I don't know what it was, but this team just charged me so much in this match. Even though the Genji was still so hard to kill. The D.Va held us off quite nicely in this archway. I did, however, manage to get an ult off, and this ult was absolutely key in us capturing this point. It basically gifted us the point. Thanks to it was Tracer, I think. Yeah, it was the Tracer bomb. The Tracer bomb was what got us through that push. Nice little combo. I've been using that a lot more. However, somehow, even though we managed to push the entire team, the Genji once again, should I say, contested the point last minute. There was nothing that we could do about it. They wiped us out once again. I kamikazed there, because why not? Eventually, we did capture back. That Genji I managed to kill and push through. Here you can see me max charge, just absolutely annihilating the enemy team. Oh, it was just it was just disgraceful. It was rude. But as you can see here in a moment, or at least you will see here in a moment, the Anna puts me to sleep. I mean, I don't know why she put me to sleep. Still, teammate clutched up for me, but somehow I come back after dying and we've lost the point again. So here we are once again trying to push the point. They managed to do this over and over again. We would get right within the 5 meters of the point and then they'd push us back. But finally we are on the last push here, and I was so annoyed. I was like, right, I am not losing this match. I want to at least get to the end and then we'll see how it goes in the second round. Even though I knew we'd have no time, and we just slaughtered them. We slaughtered them. We managed to push right through. I'm stuttering like hell in this video, but oh well. As you can see, we capped it quite nicely with a team kill there. And here's where we go into overtime. I'm gonna take a drink here because this is where it gets interesting, guys. This is where the intense gameplay comes in. As you can see here, right off the bat, we're on offense. We only have 1 minute to their 4-minute 23, I think it was. And you see us here pushing. Really, just it was a nightmare. The initial push, I earned my ult straight away. I don't know how I earned my ult within the first 60 seconds of the match, but that just shows you how well we managed to push this first point. We were still massively outnumbered here though. Somehow, me and 2 others managed to take the point single-handedly. That D.Va bomb did help us massively, taking out the Lucio and the D.Va. And to be honest, if it wasn't for that D.Va bomb, I don't think we would have got the point. I genuinely think that D.Va bomb won us it. We managed to get straight through to the second point, as you're seeing on screen now. I was super happy about this. Like, I was like, oh my god, we're actually going to do it. We're actually going to make it to the end. And then this happens. I mean, you're about to see it on your screen. Biggest BS of the year. Ultimate goes through the floor. In a clutch situation, we're in overtime. We've got tiny, like, no time left at all. My ultimate could have clutched us it, but it doesn't. And we failed around 5-3. It's all down to this. They've still got 4 minutes 23. They should easily walk this. However, we hold them really nicely in this first archway. As you can see, I'm just spamming buttons as hard as I can. If I was recording audio, you'd be able to hear how hard I was just smashing the controller. Somehow I managed to bait the D.Va and the Genji out to come and get me. I take the D.Va out of her mech. I'm down all the way to like 20 health at one point, I think there. But the Mercy coming in clutch, keeping me alive. I see the Mercy's on low health, getting shot by the Genji. Give her the bubble. I don't know what you call them. You just call them shields, bubbles. I'm calling them a bubble. And everyone's just going to have to accept that. And we managed to clear up the point. As you see, we'll take out the Mei here as well. Is it Mei? Yeah, I'm going to go with Mei. I'm pretty sure we've covered this in like 8 videos now, but I think it's Mei. And you're about to witness here possibly BS number 2. I'm not sure if this was BS number 2. No, this was it actually working. Oh my god. What a miracle. The ult actually worked. This was a huge play. Not from me particularly with the ult, but from the Reinhardt to hammer down immediately afterwards. The D.Va doesn't pick up anyone with her ult, so all their ults are wasted there. And here we go, overtime. Just trying to do whatever I could. I was a 19-player kill streak. That is how hard we held for that 4 minutes. However, it unfortunately wasn't good enough. They managed to take the point ultimately. Here we go with BS number 2. My ult goes through the floor once again, which is absolutely delightful. Let's do a slow sarcastic clap here for Blizzard. And here we go. We are holding the point okay. I mean, I was just praying they wouldn't get to it, but they did get to the next checkpoint. And, oh, it was just so close. You'll see them in a moment coming around the corner. This is how close they are to our point. They were within meters from winning the game, and mad ults come out of our team. Right on cue. Somehow my ult actually works for once, and that is game. Somehow, they had 4 minutes 23. We had 1 minute. We managed to clutch up. We held that first point all the way into overtime, and it was so intense. 19-player kill streak I managed to end up getting. I was just so gassed. I was punching the air after that. I was so happy. That was a well-deserved win. We fought so hard to come back into that game. It's my biggest comeback ever. The Reinhardt and the Mercy played superbly with me. That whole half I was just focusing on that Genji that was annihilating us, and we managed to clutch up the round. Beautiful play. See, this is the initial push we got to break, and I was just so happy. All the way now up to 2848. Hopefully diamonds are going to be coming in the next episode or 2. That is what I'm hoping for. We really need to hit diamonds soon. Here you'll see me open a rubbish loot box to end up the video, and that's going to be it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm sorry if my commentary wasn't great. Doing this in one take is pretty difficult, Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. You can watch the last episode on screen now. I'll see you in the next video.